Hey, I'm Charlie. I'm new to this, out of this binary channel. I'm trying to use a Wi-Fi hotspot right now because we don't have a modem at our place. By we, I mean me and this awesome woman. Okay, there's her face. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So that's why last week I didn't get my video up. But anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna try doing it this week. It's a free topic, do whatever I want. So I'm gonna talk about the non-binary workforce, because I know the workforce can be a real pain for any minority, for that matter, which kind of really effing sucks. Even though this is Canada, and really, even though it's illegal to harass or to fire someone for being a minority, it doesn't happen that much. Like firing and stuff like that, but I mean harassment and stuff like that can happen. So I guess I'm gonna talk about a bit of my work experience, like being out, because I mean I've been in the workforce for about 5 years already. I've only been out for like a couple months when it comes to work, so yeah. Anyways, I am a cashier at a grocery store. I'm gonna be a little more vague, as I don't want to like give away like, oh, I work at this place and all that stuff. All I'm gonna say is that currently I'm recording right where the Edmonton Fringe was, and yeah, there's a Wi-Fi hotspot, so that's why I'm recording. So yeah, so far I guess I've only been out to one employer, and well, so far so good. I have 2 supervisors. I had to, like before they would put Charlie on my name tag since it's not my legal name. They wanted to know why. It's like, what, is it a sentimental reason or whatever? I'm like, you know what, I'm not required to answer it, but I'm just gonna answer it because, you know what, it helps to know that, you know, if there's the case of me getting harassed or something like that because someone finds out, at least I know someone's got my back, especially a supervisor or a manager. So I told them, and they're like, okay, that's all we need to know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And now I got a name tag like that. I introduced myself to all my coworkers as Charlie, not my legal name, for the first time I've ever done that at a job, introducing myself as my legal name. Yeah, so far it's been good. I have one coworker that kind of knows now, which is fine. Yeah. I guess I mean, I'm gonna talk about a bit about issues in the workforce. For example, I have been what's it called, for Canadian citizens. Most of you will know about the Royal Canadian Army Cadets or Royal Canadian Air Cadets. I've been an Army Cadet for 5 years. I've aged out now, and I was a civilian instructor at an Air Cadet squadron. With these squadrons and corps and all that stuff, depending on the choice of the commanding officer, they can either say your name will be CI, last name, or you will just be called sir or ma'am. Anyways, I was working at a squadron where you needed to be called either sir or ma'am. That I'm personally not a big fan of, but I mean, I dealt with it, right? I was never out at that job, but I never really considered it a problem because, I mean, whatever, it's professional. There is no real, as far as I know in the English language, there isn't a neutral version of sir or ma'am that I'm aware of. If any of you guys know if there is a gender neutral version of it, you know what, leave it in the comments below. That would be kind of cool. I could even give a bit of information of that on my blog. By the way, for my blog, I'm going to leave the link down below. You guys can feel free to follow, and also just drop a question if you like and I'll answer, or just say hi in a fan mail, whatever. But yeah, Yeah, so that's my experience in the workforce. So that's my side of the story. So I'm gonna just talk about for any non-binary or transgender people in the workforce in Canada, because I know what my rights are as a Canadian citizen. I don't know what they are in the United States, so I'm not really gonna elaborate on that because I'm not educated on that and I don't want to give any false information. But in Canada, under your fundamental freedoms, you have the freedom of expression, and you also have the right to not be discriminated against. I'm trying to, there. Sorry, the sun's getting kind of everywhere. Yeah. So you got the freedom of expression. You also have the right, or you have the freedom from discrimination based on things like sex, gender, race, and it uses the words including and not limited to. So when it says race, sex, ability, age, all these things, or marital status, the list can go on, because, well, when it says including but not limited to, it means there's room for that. If it's something basic, you know what, we'll give you the freedom from discrimination based on that too. And most jobs that have unions, they do that. So if you do believe that you're gonna have a hard time finding a job because you're a minority, I would honestly say, if you absolutely need to, if you think it's not going to harm your mental health, because I know for some people it can, just don't come out to your employer and just carry on with your job until you can find a job where you can actually be feel safe being yourself and doing your work effectively. Because I know with trans people, non-binary people, I've worked with a trans woman before, and you know what? We're just as effective as everybody else. So honestly, you have that freedom. Employers will know that we're just as good of workers as everybody else. So hopefully in Canada you don't have a hard time getting a job or keeping a job just because of this. But I do recommend you can easily go online and look for unionized jobs. I know there's Co-op, Safeway, Target might be unionized, I don't know. But anyways, there's gonna be you can find the lists online for Canada, United States, everywhere. Pretty much every country that allows for unions, pretty much. So I guess that's my whole spiel on the whole topic. I'd say in the workforce, it's just like everywhere else, social, casual, existing in general. It's best to be safe, do what you feels right, stay comfortable, stay safe, and have a good week. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.